Hello, 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 beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of You and Me and Her. And when last we left off, we had a choice, although it's a pretty obvious choice. And since Aoi disappeared, well, and we were looking for her to spawn to the world and, and that whole stuff. But we have a choice. We have a choice because Eru showed up, and we can chase after him or we can stay with Miyuki. But this is Aoi's route. This is Aoi's route. So we're going to stay with Miyuki. I'm kidding. We're going to chase after Eru. Of course. There's no guarantee Eru will actually take me to Aoi. It's not worth abandoning Miyuki over. There's absolutely no logical reason why I should follow Eru. I know that. And yet, I have to go. I have to settle this once and for all. Miyuki takes a single deep breath, filling her lungs completely, then exhales slowly. Fine. She nods reluctantly. But in exchange, you better hear me out later. Alright. See you then. Shinichi? As I take off running, Miyuki calls out to me. I'll be waiting. That's a promise, you hear me? I'll be waiting. In what way? Like waiting at the batting cages or just waiting in general? Because, that's kind of an obtuse thing to say. I find Eru sitting outside the entrance to the building. I'm genuinely impressed the little furball made it all the way here on those tiny legs. As I scoop the kitten into my arms, his whiskers perk up. Aoi's calling, isn't she?
Meow.
Let me guess. This way?
Meow.
Eru meows in response as though he understood my question. My feet carry me forward, unwavering. I haven't seen Aoi for days now. Somehow, my transmission just couldn't get through to her. Our connection is tenuous at best, but at least it's there. Is this fate? Or is she here? The answer is obvious. After all, the pedestrian gate is unlocked. And she's the only one who knows how to pick it. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. She might be the only one that actually knows how to pick it. I doubt she's the only person in that school who knows how to pick that lock. I can almost guarantee that. Almost. And as on that one fateful day, sure enough, the roof is unlocked too. Eru darts forward. This is my first time seeing the roof at night. For a moment, the nightscape takes my breath away. Upon first glance, the roof is deserted. But I know if I turn around, I'll find... Huh? Aoi isn't on top of the roof either. She's not here. She was supposed to be here. Aoi used to spend every day up there, staring up into the sky. She'd stick her broken phone straight up into the air and call God. But she's nowhere to be found. Eru looks at the ladder and meows as if to push me forward. But no matter how hard I look, Aoi? Aoi, are you there? I pick up her signal, ever so faintly. Hastily, I bolt up the ladder. Whoa. Aoi? There she is, sprawled out on top of the roof. Aoi? Hey! I pulled her into my arms. She's freezing cold. She's not breathing. Her eyes are closed. So who was dialing just now? Battery is dying. Aoi's smartphone is lying on the ground beside her. I can see the game version of Aoi on screen. Hey, Aoi, what's wrong? Answer me. Just when I finally found you, god damn it. I have to do something. But what? Need to recharge. Wanna get zappy? We can do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, or we can call an ambulance. Out of curiosity, I'm going to double-check. Yeah, I didn't think so. Just checking about choice options, really, and pausing for an excuse to take a drink. Yay. I do need to wet my whistle a little bit. I am a little bit thirsty and tired, but that's neither here nor there. But, like she's told us before, even though we don't really know what it means. She needs those CGs, man. We need those CGs, man. And she needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I think that's how that was pronounced in that one episode of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy that I haven't seen in probably, 15, 17, 20 years, something like that. Actually, it'd be more like 15, 16, 17. Whatever. I'm making myself feel old. She's not breathing. I never took any first aid training, so I'm basically just winging it, but... I take a deep breath in and press my lips to hers. It was just like the one scene in Final Fantasy VII at the beach in Junon with the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation minigame. That game was weird. It's a fun game, though. A spark of electricity shoots through me. Praying for a miracle, I blow my lungful of air into hers. But don't do it too much, because you'll exhale for some reason. And you have to time it at like 9.9, but not at 10. Because if you wait until 10, your air is going to deflate. Oh, actually, this was be happy. I could blow into the microphone. Yeah, that doesn't sound as well either. Just blowing into my hand. Whatever. Please wake up, Aoi. Please. There's something I haven't told you yet. I don't want it to end like this. I feel something move against my lips. Aoi blinks her eyes. Never mind. Finally, her chest begins to rise and fall once more. It's so hard for me not to make dumb comments at random things. Do. Especially something like, what's she gonna do? Blink her eye. Never mind. Hey, Aoi, it's me. Can you hear me? Shinichi? Yeah, it's me, Shinichi. Why are you here? I picked up your transmission. My transmission? I didn't know she was a car. Edu meows into her ear. Oh, my transmission went to you instead of God? Apparently so. My body is all zappy. Did you recharge me? What do you mean? Aoi's battery died. Oh, I see. I'm glad she's conscious, but it's too early to relax just yet. I take out my phone. There's no point in calling an ambulance. What do you mean there's no point? Just stay with me. That way Aoi can recharge. Let's see, what do we want to do? We'll talk to Aoi, I guess. That sounds like a fun thing to do. And I think this leads to something else that we've already seen before. Whatever. Like I said, the bad endings in this visual novel really aren't great. It's one of my biggest criticisms with this visual novel is the partly the lack of bad endings and partly the bad endings that are there, save for like one or two of them, really just aren't very good, or they're at best boring. whatever. Otherwise, it's a very good visual novel. The story is very good, but it's not perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect game or a visual novel. There's no perfect anything. At least that's, my opinion, the cynic in me. All right. If that's what she wants, I won't say no. I have this feeling like if I don't give her what she wants, she's going to vanish off into some distant world. Doo-doo. Now we can feel your electricity. Zappy zappy. That reminds me of a quote from a podcast I listened to called Crime and Sports. I don't remember the exact quote, so don't to explain it. Basically, they were talking about an MMA fighter, and the MMA fighter did an interview. And he's saying, well, when I punch somebody, I think he was talking about being in bar fights or something like that. He's like, and I punched somebody, and I know I did it right because they're just like wobble wobble. It was that's something, whatever. I'm not a comedian. I don't have the abilities that they do, nor do I have the full quote to make that enjoyable. So, listen to Crime and Sports. It's a really good podcast. Aoi has wanted to recharge for so long. Zappy zappy. Yeah, I bet. Feel free to recharge as much as you like. So whenever somebody says anything with like zappy zappy or something like blanky blanky, it always reminds me of that quote of just like wobble wobble, and just the way that they do it. It's funny, but only if you listen to that podcast and get the inside joke. I'm floundering. Sure enough, the more we talk, the more Aoi seems to recover. It's almost like she's actually recharging her batteries. Make sure you only recharge it to like 80% or so. That way the battery will last longer that way. Hey, can I ask you something? Why did you ghost us like that? Conflicted, Aoi stares up at the sky. I wish I lived in a city that had a clear view of the sky like that. Man, there must be no light pollution whatsoever. I mean, you can't see galaxy outlines or nebula or anything like that, but you can see a bunch of stars. And you don't get that in cities with lots of light pollution. Whatever. Stars twinkle amid a sea of darkness. It actually reminds me a bit of Kingdom Hearts, but that's that could just be my wanting to play Kingdom Hearts 2 again because I haven't 100% in that game like I have the first one. And I never played 3, but that's for very different reasons. And here we are, at the center of the universe. God, that posture of hers in that view, it's always so weird to me. There's just something about it that it's odd. This world is a video game. In this route, Aoi is a side character. No, they're not. This specifically says Aoi route on my thing. Well, whatever. I'll stop metagaming. But Aoi's glitched. There's a bug in the program. It can't be patched unless my transmission goes through. So that's why Aoi disappeared. With no explanation, no goodbye. Once Aoi's gone, you're supposed to forget. That's the rule of this universe. Well, sorry, but I won't. Yutaro and I searched the whole damn city for you. For me? There's something I really need to get off my chest. All that time I spent running around town, I kept asking myself, why am I looking for her? And once I found her, what was I going to say? Or what was it I was going to say? I did to say. Yeah. As it turns out, I wanted to talk about... Alright. And again, more choices, but we're on Aoi's route. So we wanted to talk about Aoi. Aoi, there's something I wanted to tell you. Doo-doo. I lean back. The starry night sky fills my vision, and with the lights of the town below, it's hard to tell up from down. It's almost like we're suspended, weightless in space. I really like the time we spent together as a trio. Then, the night you crashed at my place, suddenly everything was up close and personal, and I panicked. I was scared it was going to destroy our friendship, which is why I said you'd never be anything more than a friend to me. In hindsight, that was a really dumb thing to say. I'm really, really sorry. Shinichi, it was total bullshit anyway. I've done a lot of thinking, and Aoi, you're not just a friend to... Stop. The word pierces my heart. About it's just a glitch. That event flag isn't supposed to trigger. Was your smile a glitch too? You smile? What about your happiness? Was that all just another glitch? And your sadness, and your tears? You fell in love, pushed us away, and suffered in solitude. Are those emotions all just errors and glitches too? I'm not a god. I'm not perfect. Fuck that. Laughter, tears, sadness, joy, love and hate. I want to feel all of those things, and I want you right there with me. Over the course of searching for Aoi, I finally figured out how I really feel. I've been dying to tell her all this time. This is the whole reason I came to find her. I don't care if I can't be with Miyuki. I just want to be with... Aoi has a favor to ask. She interrupts me mid-sentence. Yeah. Ouch. Well, that's getting a little bit close to cutting. I think I actually remember what happens at this point, so I might have to be cutting soon. Anyway, Aoi shoves me down. Aoi? What are you doing? Oh, do you prefer clothes sex? Aoi pauses in the middle of taking off her shirt. That's not what I meant, you know. Please. Aoi's battery is about to die. And by tomorrow, you'll probably forget everything. Just pretend this is a dream, okay? Aoi wants to get zappy with you. Don't you want to? I'm not interested in... Liar. I can see the swell of her breasts peeking out from her partially removed top. Her petite palms gently slide over my body. The weight of her hips start to sink in. And my cock has definitely noticed. Hey, don't make me say dirty things like that. I kid, I've said worse things. Oh, I forgot some of the words in this. Are you trying to lift me with your boner? I forgot some of the lines in this. They're pretty fucking funny. I'm gonna keep going until it stops being funny. Or the nudity, because I don't want to have to edit around that. Wait, but aren't you feeling sick? We shouldn't. We will be fine. The event CT will heal me up. But the sex will make me feel better. Aoi hikes up her skirt up and bucks her hips. I'm going to do something just in case. I'm going to save in case I accidentally do a bad thing and skip slightly farther than I want to. And so I can, go back safely, quote unquote. I can feel her panties pressing against my groin. But somehow, I can't tell if it hurts or feels good. Bit by bit, I'm losing the will to fight it. Are you hard up here too? She unbuttons my shirt. Touchy touchy. She lightly drags her nails against my skin, circling her fingers around my nipple and slowly cozying in until, suddenly, she jerks her hand away. You want it? Want me to play with them? No, of course not. Before I can finish my sentence, Aoi presses a finger to my nipple. Does it feel good? Is it sappy? Okay, I'm actually going to, probably end this soonish. She says me, I'm utterly at her mercy. Each time her finger barely grazes my nipple, pleasure shoots through me like white-hot electricity. Yep, yeah. This is just 8 scene stuff. So. I'm going to end the episode here, and we will be resuming after the 8th scene. And, well, we'll find out if Aoi truly accepts Shinichi's, Shinichi's confession. Let's put it that way. Well, I hope to see you all next time.